then, thank goodness for Nuno time. Wolves save it in the 96th minute with a goal from Diogo Jota. And loads to talk through today in a 1-1 draw away at Crystal Palace. My name is Dave, this is Talking Wolves. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. And let me know your thoughts, as always, in the comment section down below, how you thought we got on today. So, let's rewind back a couple of hours first. I was happy, I was smiling. Wolves have changed the system, although the social media had posted out like the same system with Diogo Jota in the hole and Adama up front. It was clear that we'd switch back to the good old 3-4-3 that was tried and tested and won us the championship a couple of years ago. And to be honest, we started so well. The first half, overall, I'm not going to say it's fantastic, but it was good and it was a refreshing change from the drab that we've seen over the last few weeks or so. Creating chances, the structure of everything, just the way we were going about things. We were creating more chances and just looked more comfortable on the ball. I think Palace were just waiting and expecting us to play on the break. And I think I remember I read sort of Roy Hodgson's pre-match comments, and he was talking more about how they'd sort of watched and studied Wolves' Europa League games and the games from earlier this season. Well, first half we didn't play anything like we played there, and we played a completely different system. So I think it took Palace a little bit by surprise. They sat really deep, trying to soak up the pressure, and they did that quite well. I think they restricted Adama quite well on the right-hand side. Raul didn't do much either, so a lot of it was coming down from that left-hand side, and we created a couple of great opportunities. Doherty did really well, creating himself a couple of nice chances. First off, the Palace keeper, Guaita, making some top saves and keeping them in the game. Then Donker from a corner, a half chance as well. Another day, that was slotted in the bottom corner. And some good interplay between Jota and Jimenez as well, the 1-2. And it forced another good save from the Palace keeper. So, first half for me was good. In terms of the actual team as well, I didn't really touch much on that. Obviously, Adama on the right, which we know, I think Adama is very Marmite, isn't he? You know, he's been okay at wing back so far this season, and on the ball he's comfortable. We like going forward because, you know, Doherty's been unfit and unsharp. But defensively, a lot of people blaming the defensive issues this season. Obviously, Adama probably doesn't contribute much to that. But interestingly, Willy Bolly switched to the right-hand side for the first time, I think, under Nuno whatsoever. And obviously Saïss on the left-hand side. And then Donker and Matinho getting the nod as the middle two, which I don't mind. I know Donker's had a poor season so far, but having a bigger guy next to someone like Neves, it's almost, next to Matinho, it is almost like Neves and Saïss from that championship era. You've got that guy who likes to do a little bit more of the dirty work, and then you've got your playmaker next to him. But yeah, first half was good for me. We looked good. Some of the play was nice, but overall, I think, you know, we probably were kicking ourselves, though we hadn't scored. But I think we could, you know, take it in and hope for the best and get the momentum for the second half, and that definitely didn't happen. Within the first minute of the second half, we could see the goal. Okay, it was unfortunate. It was a huge deflection off Donker, and I think it's gone down as a Donker own goal off Ward, was it, who struck. But we've got to be doing better initially. We've got to be clearing the ball a lot earlier. I think it was Willy Bolly who was unfortunate, just got the ball tangled, but he's got to be defending that a little bit better. Ball throughout the second half, we struggled, and you know, we blame a lot on the defence, but what about our attack this season? There has just not been enough oomph for me going forward. Again, at times we struggle to translate defence to attack quickly. The midfield struggled to link up with the forward play. As much as I love Raul Jimenez, he just looks leggy. He just doesn't get involved as much as he needs to. I really think he needs to, you know, I think this week where we've got the League Cup, I think we are going to rest a few players, and that could be a breath of fresh air for Wolves in terms of players getting fit and so on. If the game ended at half time, obviously it doesn't, but if the game ended at half time, this would probably be quite a nice positive review. Obviously, Jota is saved that quite a lot. But yeah, going 1-0 down, we just struggled to get into the game whatsoever in the second half. And then Saïss obviously getting sent off. We always knew Wilfried Zaha was going to be a problem on that right-hand side, and he gave Johnny issues at times. He gave Saïss issues, and Romain Saïss, any game he plays is a walking yellow card. He gets booked so much. And then when you got a yellow card against a team like Palace with Wilfried Zaha, who draws a lot of fouls, so being skillful, quick, quite tall, you know, wraps his leg around the ball, it's so hard to get the ball off. I said it to the people I was watching with. That is going to be he's a walking red card. He's going to get sent off, and sure enough, he did. And There's not a lot you could do, but you know, whether Nuno brings him off or whether he's more cautious, I don't know. But he gave us he left us in the lurch a little bit. But fortunately for us, we actually seemed to play a lot better, tried to move the ball a bit quicker, played with a little bit more urgency when he was sent off. Actually looked half decent with a back four, to be honest. Hint, maybe, Nuno, for once upon a time. Maybe you could try that one out. But yeah, we actually looked all right with a back four. Neves coming on as well, for me, was a strange decision because the 3-4-3 had worked so well in the first half, but then almost to sacrifice it. I know we sort of went back to it eventually. Neto, I don't really think he suited that middle role either. I'd love to see him play on Wednesday. I do want to see more of Pedro Neto, but I don't quite think the game was for him today. But yeah, plenty of I could pinpoint negatives all throughout the game. But overall, if I'm being quite fair on Wolves, we made one mistake. More or less one mistake all game, and that was the goal. Just we couldn't clear our lines. Okay, they had a couple of half chances. Benteke should have took his chance away. As I said before, I don't think he's scored in about 2 or 3 years, so he'll be kicking himself for that. But you play till the final whistle, and that is exactly what Wolves did. Adama Traore running down the line, another fantastic ball in. Not a clue what the Palace right back is doing, but Diogo Jota almost scuffed his lines, but he smashes it home. And hopefully now, that will give Jota and us the momentum to go on. I know it's not 3 points, and I know it's, and I'm not 100% happy with the performance, but at the end of the day, we've ended this little losing streak of 3 games that we've been on. We've bounced back with a draw. The next week against Watford is huge. I think Nuno has got to win that game. The team has got to win that game. Otherwise, pressure is going to start to mount. Okay, we've drawn today, but that's only 1 point. We need to start picking up 3 points on a regular basis, especially with us playing City, the Premier League game after, and then going into the international break. Overall, though, I'm satisfied. It could have been a lot better for Wolves, though. We've just got to start translating attacks into goals more often. We're just not looking potent. We're not looking devastating going forward. We're just not looking scary. I'm not going into a game and thinking, wow, we should have put all of those chances away. We're just not creating enough. And I think that's something that Wolves definitely need to improve. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Wolves grabbing that late point against Crystal Palace. Do you think Nuno got the system right? What did you think of the early, the formation in the first half? And Diogo Jota, grabbing that point in the end. How do you think Wolves stand? Do we need a win, or is that 2 points dropped or 1 point gained? Until next time, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm sure we'll be back very, very soon.